Welcome back to another episode of That's Business. Today, you will hear about my own experiences with LinkedIn. Now, if you're listening to this, number one, you maybe want to see what BS I'm spewing and want to roll your eyes. Or maybe when you saw this title, you thought, no way, LinkedIn isn't fun. Number two, you want to laugh because you think I'm hilarious. Thank you. Or number three, you're skeptical about this whole LinkedIn thing and just keep seeing online how important it is and you don't know where to start. So I got you. Don't you worry. Now, anyone that's known me knows I have never been a social media person. If you knew me in high school, you knew me prior to this business, even with the whole rise in social media, it was never my thing. I would have friends that would contact me and say, hey, everything good over there? Because I haven't seen you post anything in a while. And my feedback would always be, well, no one cares what I'm doing. Who cares? Like, I don't care what you're eating. I don't care what you're doing. Why would anyone else care what I would be doing? So a few years ago, back in, I think it was 2018, I was working in recruiting and I just saw a lot of recruiters like going off on LinkedIn. And I'm like, all right, is this a thing? Do I really need to care about this? So I originally thought, listen, this is the stuffy business platform. If I hear one more person say I'm a transformational leader, I will quite frankly throw up. And I just roll my eyes reading the news feed. So I took the time. I was like, you know what? Trial and error. Let's give it a year. Let's see what happens. So what I had done is I set some goals for myself. I think I had almost 1,000. I don't remember. I think my goal was to get to 1,000 connections, not just spewing and just connecting with people to connect with people, but people I actually knew, people that were looking for jobs, people I worked with, things like that. So I set myself some metrics. I said, you know what, let's just try to post a little bit. I think I started off with once a month, but I'd at least go on the platform every day. Now, I'm a very competitive person. So when I had that 1,000 connections within a year, I had that on my desk. I looked at it every single day and said, all right, let's go to work. So I tried it. I then realized you can cater your newsfeed. So I got rid of the people that I would roll my eyes at. And I was attracting the right kind of people that were very sarcastic, people that were very honest about the job search process and recruiting. And I slowly realized I learned to enjoy it. My other metric was to log in first thing in the morning. If you know me, you know I'm not a morning person at all. I am quite frankly sitting here with you recording this in my giant Detroit Lions blanket with my huge cup of coffee. And that's the vibe for today. But when I started to start my mornings with LinkedIn, instead of scrolling Instagram, TikTok wasn't a thing yet at that time. Facebook was, but I spent my time, I drink my coffee, I sit at my desk, I scroll LinkedIn. I started to develop those habits. I would strongly recommend reading the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a life-changing, incredible book. That's what I took my habit building from that. If I could spend a few minutes on the platform every day, slowly build it up, get to 1,000 connections, I'll be good to go. So I did that. I put some love into it weekly. I stayed consistent. I at least logged in multiple times a week. And I at least posted, if not every week, every 2 weeks, at least once a month. I stayed consistent. Made a lot of errors. I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have done or kind of learned from. And I wasn't so caught up on the numbers. I mean, we're all on social media. You can count this as a social media, but I wasn't stuck on the numbers of saying, oh, I need to have 100 likes every post and everything. I wouldn't do it. But what struck to me after that consistency, as you know, in 2019, I found myself fired. Well, I'd hit my goal by that point because it was 2017 to 2018, and I had hit my goal. I was approaching about 2,000 followers on LinkedIn. And I had everything in place, which was nice. So when I came home, 9 a.m., that September 16, 2019, I posted on LinkedIn that I was taking the resume rescue full time. And when I took that full time, I had the great and it's not even a great following. I had enough of a following to have people respond back, say they were interested in me. I then, when I posted about getting fired, I had enough bandwidth to take on new clients because that post went viral. You just have to be prepared for what happens. And from my own experience, I understood what people want to see. I looked at my own user behavior. Why do I follow certain people? Why do I connect with certain individuals? What makes me get a little chuckle from a post, or what inspires me? And I mimicked my own behavior. I posted in the aspect of what would I want to read as a consumer? And I built that customer persona to say, what kind of person do I want to help, and who can I really make a difference with? And that's what I did. I also looked at what performed well, what posted great, which ones didn't. And this will break your heart because it's never the ones you put all the time and effort into. It's the posts that you do on a whim or you don't think are going to do well are always the ones that do. So you want to make sure to do it the right way. And I want you to at least stay engaged, stay relevant on this platform. Today, we're even seeing such a huge increase in popularity with LinkedIn. I don't have the projections in front of me, but it was something crazy. Like some additional 2 million users will create profiles in the next 2 years on LinkedIn or something like that. But from my own recruiting experience and from what I'm seeing on job applications now and working with hiring managers, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile or if yours is not up to date, this could be a nail in the coffin for you in your job search process. The market is already competitive. Do not give them reason to say no. So if you're listening to this, you're like, ugh, I hate LinkedIn. I can't do it. I get it. You need support. I offer free LinkedIn consultations. I offer a lot of webinars so we can work one-on-one together to do this. But it has presented me with so many opportunities. I cannot tell you how crucial this platform is. I've received speaking engagements. I'm actually flying to Dallas shortly to go give a great presentation. I've flown out to Vegas to meet clients that someone saw a LinkedIn post and set up a whole string of revenue for me. I've found quite a bit of podcast guests, and it's just a way to connect with people. If you know me, you know I'm the friend. I'm the person that is every introvert's dream. I make friends at bars, at restaurants, at airports. I've made friends at concerts. I've made friends waiting for a doctor's appointment. This is so crucial to build these connections, to host them on a platform like LinkedIn and just see where it goes. I met someone, I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before, but I was in the Seattle airport about 2018. And I was talking to someone. My flight got delayed. His flight got delayed. We found ourselves chatting with each other. And he had said, "Oh, I'm out here for an interview." And I said, "No way. I have my own company where," and at the time, it was just my cute little side business. I was like, "Oh, I do resume writing and career coaching and all this good stuff on the side." So he whipped out his resume, showed me. We connected on LinkedIn. Do you know that man has sent me referrals still to this day? That was quite a bit 6 years ago. Shoot, where does time go? But this is just so key on the impression you leave people. You don't maybe want to give them your phone number or connect with them on a certain platform, but LinkedIn is my home for all of those connections. I met you, I liked you, I vibed with you. You're going on my LinkedIn connection list. So that goes into where I'm at today. LinkedIn is very interesting. It keeps evolving every single day to the point where I struggle to keep up sometimes with these trends and what's going on and what's the good thing, what's a bad thing, whatever that may be. But LinkedIn is growing in popularity. It's evolving. It's competing on one hand with the job boards like Career Builder, Indeed, ZipRecruiter. And on the other hand, it's competing with social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Threads, all these other ones. But today, I make it an effort. I make it something that my newsfeed, like I said, I love it. It's so much fun to see. And it's been something where I'm still staying consistent. I'm commenting on people's posts. I'm not afraid to disagree with someone. And what I mean by that is, maybe I should write that down, another podcast on myths I'm hearing about the job market. But I also am not afraid to comment on someone's post I disagree with in my industry. Oh, an ATS is a robot. No, it's not. Oh, you need to put all this white text on your resume. Absolutely not. I'll respond on someone's post and politely disagree and tell them why they're wrong. And I've got clients that way. I'm also not afraid to comment on some of the bigwigs' posts. I'm obsessed with Sarah Blakely and Mark Cuban. I will comment on their posts. Are either one of them going to see it? I hope, and I will simply be deceased. But the people that follow them do, and that's how they can get connected with me. So comment on some of those influencers' posts or these business owners or people that you have high respect for, because you're going to be recommending their news feeds too. I also feel you need to connect with people in your industry. I beat out a lot of my competition, and I don't have millions of followers. I think I'm at 20,000 and some change. But I beat them out because I stay consistent. I'm connected with a lot of resume writers, career coaches, and all. I also respond back to people. So there's so many factors that go into this that make it really crucial and important. And this is something that I have really enjoyed. Looking back, I think I joined LinkedIn in 2013 or 14. And I was like, absolutely not. I left it, said it, I forget it. I never thought of it till I got into recruiting. But now it's something that is a part of my day-to-day. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to tell you that. It's not going anywhere. And if you don't have a profile, and of course, depending on your situation, sure, you don't have to start one immediately if it doesn't make sense to you or you're coming up on retirement. But you don't know what the future has in store for you. 10 years ago, I didn't think I would be a business owner. Quite frankly, not even 7 years ago. But this is where I'm so thankful I had my LinkedIn backing that I was able to kind of blast off when I was ready. You need to stay relevant. You can learn from so many experts. I know what I know what I don't know. And if you come at LinkedIn from a place of curiosity, you will be so much further along than you think. And like I said, why not just have this great grouping of people that like you, appreciate you, anything like that? It ain't going anywhere. I'm going to say it for a fourth time. It's not going anywhere. And if you hate this platform, and if you were like 2017 Angela, please reach out to me. Put some love into it. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard, but nothing ever comes easy. And as always, you have any questions, you know where to find me on social media. Please give yourself some goals, set some expectations, and go out there and kick ass. And tune in again next week for another episode of That's Business.
If you're looking for a career change and you're not sure where to start, the Resume Rescue can help. Sure, there's no such thing as the perfect fit for everyone, but here at the Resume Rescue, we're on a mission to find the perfect solution for you. Whether it's changing careers, updating a resume, learning LinkedIn, or practicing interviewing, we have you covered. Find us online at theresumerescue.com and find all of our contact info in our show notes.